Greetings to all and welcome back to Immigration Now, your go-to resource for the most recent information, analysis, and advice. Immigration, remember to hit the notification bell and subscribe if you're new here so you don't miss any essential updates. We have startling news today that will have an impact on thousands of families in the U.S. and abroad. Significant modifications to the I-130 family-based petition procedure have been announced by USCIS, and they will go into effect in September 20. You will want to stay for this one, whether you're a U.S. citizen, a green card holder, or someone who is awaiting the processing of a family petition. Let's go over all you need to know about the changes, their causes, and how they may impact your or your loved one's immigration journey. What is the I-130 then? The I-130 is the petition for an alien relative for individuals who might not be quite familiar. To assist a family member in obtaining a green card, a U.S. citizen or lawful permanent resident files it. It's frequently the initial step in reuniting families and is one of the most frequently submitted applications to USCIS. USCIS will now be implementing a number of significant policy and procedural changes to the I-130 procedure beginning in September. The purpose of these improvements is to increase openness, decrease backlogs, and boost the overall effectiveness of the family immigration system. However, like with every reform, there are advantages and disadvantages, and not all changes will be equally advantageous. Let's discuss the first significant change. Most I-130 applications will now require digital processing. In other words, paper applications will largely be phased away. A fully computerized filing system is what USCIS is working toward. The majority of petitioners will have to submit their I-130 papers online via the official USCIS portal starting in September. This fits into a larger pattern where USCIS wants to update its systems, cut down on paperwork mistakes, and improve correspondence with petitioners. This will be a pleasant change for many. The online system offers a comprehensive record of your input, quicker modifications, and immediate confirmation of receipt. This could be difficult for some petitioners, though, particularly those who are not tech-savvy or do not have dependable internet connection. Limited exceptions will be granted to people who meet the requirements for paper filing, according to USCIS, but they will be uncommon and require justification. Processing times are the subject of the second significant shift. According to USCIS, priority processing tiers for I-130 petitions will be implemented beginning in September. What does this signify? In essence, USCIS will start classifying I-130 applications into various priority categories according to the beneficiary's location, familial relationship, and the backlog for each visa category. Priority will remain given to immediate family members of U.S. citizens, including parents, spouses, and unmarried children under the age of 20. However, requests for adult children and siblings of U.S. citizens or green card holders will now be classified as extended family and may be subject to longer wait time. According to USCIS, this new tier structure will enable them to expedite the processing of more petitions for immediate relatives, which would ultimately result in the quicker reunion of more nuclear families. For spouses and kids, that sounds fantastic, but for siblings and adult children, especially those in nations like Mexico, India, or the Philippines, where wait times are already lengthy, it can entail further delays. Let's then discuss a crucial change that will affect processing size. The newly established Family Immigration Processing Division will oversee the restructuring of the four main service centers into which USCIS will start centralizing I-130 processing as part of this policy change. This implies that your I-130 petition will be handled according to your case type rather than your physical location, regardless of where you are in the U.S. For instance, one center may get all petitions submitted by U.S. resident spouses who reside in the country, while another center may receive requests from siblings who are outside. The goal of this modification is to lessen duplication between centers and enable more specialized processing. Reducing processing times and increasing decision-making consistency are the objectives. However, as cases are moved between centers and staff undergo retraining, there may be occasional misunderstandings and brief delays during the transition time. We should also highlight the automatic document cross-referencing update. In their system, USCIS will start automatically connecting linked cases with the aid of new AI and data management capability. For instance, the system will identify the connection and flag it for the adjudicator if you have previously filed a petition for a spouse and are now filing for a kid. Decision-making should go more quickly as a result, and fewer requests for proof should be made. Here's the catch, though. This will only function properly if all of your documents are digitally supplied, well-labeled, and consistent. Thus, once more, the move to online filing is having a significant impact on how these reforms are carried out. Let's now discuss new interview requirements, which is another important topic. More I-130 beneficiaries will have to appear for an in-person or video interview prior to approval under the updated policy, particularly if USCIS notices any red flags, inconsistencies, or a lack of supporting documentation. USCIS is increasing its power to request interviews and investing in additional video interview equipment worldwide, but this does not imply that every I-130 petitioner will require one. What does this signify for you then? Make sure your application is honest, thorough, and well documented from the beginning if you intend to submit an I-130 soon. The likelihood that you may experience delays or extra scrutiny decreases with the number of questions at USCIS. Let's take a quick look at transition timelines before we end up. According to USCIS, they will start implementing training, system updates, and pilot programs as early as November 20, even though these changes will formally take effect in September. Therefore, you might find yourself in the midst of this change over if you want to file an I-130 between now and early 20. To ensure that your case is handled correctly throughout this time, try to get in touch with an accredited representative or immigration lawyer. Making mistakes during this shift could result in denials or cost you important time. To summarize our discussions, USCIS will require digital filing of I-130 petitions in the majority of cases beginning in September. The processing speed of some categories will be impacted by a new priority tier structure. Under a new division, processing will be centralized into 4 main hubs. In order to cut down on repetition, AI will assist USCIS in automatically connecting relevant cases. Requirements for interviews may rise, particularly when there are warning signs. Additionally, early preparedness is essential because the rollout starts long before September. One of the most significant changes to the family-based immigration system in recent years. This might have a significant impact on how quickly and easily your case is handled. That concludes the update for today. Please remember to subscribe to Immigration Now for more updates like this one. Leave a comment below if you have any questions and give this video a thumbs up if you found it useful. To keep you updated and ready, we'll be closely monitoring USCIS and reporting any new development. We appreciate your time, and we hope to see you in the next video.